YouTube land. I'm the Paintball critic. I remember it so you don't have to. I've been dreading reviewing this movie since I started reviewing them some 50-odd episodes ago. But we finally got to it. Paintball 2009.
Throw yourself into a unique experience. New people ready to take on the world like you.
We open up with our Russian recruiter.
How many times in your life have you simply fell dead?
And this is officially the best part of the movie. I am serious.
That sea of cubicles around you.
This guy is the best actor in the whole movie.
Come, fill your blood pumping with adrenaline.
But you know what disturbed me about this? It's the chick standing behind him. She looks at him the same way Adam looks at Bill Gardner.
Too light a color gives you away. It's an unnatural color. And if it's too dark, it's like all black, you look like a black glob on the ground. I mean, it's very easy. The eye picks out the color. What you want is a natural, something that breaks up the pattern, whatever the terrain you're in.
You see what I mean? It's the look that says, I'm not being paid enough to be in this stupid movie, so I'm just going to turn in the silliest performance that I can.
Renegade Paintball film. Go ahead, dare to try it.
After this introduction, the movie officially jumps the shark. So, this bunch of paintball players, and I use the term player very loosely.
Claudia, position, sniper, function, provide cover.
They start their paintball game like any other real woods ball game. Scattering!
Hold up! Hey, come on! You gotta get organized first! Hold up!
And it only takes 6.5 minutes before the mask lifting starts. Hey, put your mask back on!
Get the mask on, you fucking boy!
And soon enough, they start getting shot at by somebody with a real rifle.
What the fuck is this? It's real ammo!
After discovering a bulletproof vest at the first flag station.
What the fuck are we gonna need with a bulletproof vest?
Yo, dude, that's hardcore.
Now let's throw away the timeline for now, because you know how this pile of crap is gonna go. We have now left the realm of paintball, and we are now into the realm of surviving the game, the running man, wrong turn, and even hostile. Instead, let's take a look at some of the characters from this movie.
She's fucking dead, okay?
Most of the characters are forgettable, like this whiny dude,
I don't wanna go to the fourth fucking flag!
and the girls who take off their clothes to make the movie sexier. Even the villains! And it only takes 49 minutes into the movie before we get the big reveal.
We anticipated the discovery of the cameras at some point.
Tiger is in this movie!
One of my life goals, I want to get 2 TPX pistols and just run them John Woo style.
Yeah, he's black! And he's dual-wielding pistols! This guy actually looks like a paintballer, though, because of the way he walks around with those pistols. Looking not like a soldier means you do look like a paintballer. Just saying. He even gets sprayed with these acid paintballs. In the most overacted and pointless scene in the movie. Pointless because there's no payoff. These acid rounds never get used again.
What was I expecting? More paintballs. We don't.
The most misused character is David. He's treacherous. He steals the vest from another player and leaves him to die.
David, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Bullies other players.
Listen to me, you fat fuck.
And even murders another player with a machete. You are led to believe that he's either in on it, or he's going to become the new killer at the end. But no, that's too predictable. We can't have the real job out to this wannabe.
Fucker! You big guy with a fucking gun?
Ladies and gentlemen, time for the show. Once again, thank you for coming to our theater tonight. Have an enjoyable evening. The refreshment stand will remain open for a short time. Still plenty of time to get a snack or cold drink. We'll make an announcement before the stand closes to give you plenty of time to get that last-minute treat.
So we get to the killer. Basically, he's some random guy who somehow needs thermal lenses to see properly. Yeah, sure. Realism.
The hunter who's pursuing you has a thermal imaging camera.
When you see him, you can't help but think, hey, Jethro, why don't you go find yourself a pig to...
Hey, Jethro, this is a rave, not a Halloween party. Why don't you go find yourself a pig to fuck?
Because you can see this guy is kind of a ripoff of Jason Voorhees. He has the uncanny ability to teleport.
I don't know anything about paintball.
A technique obviously plagiarized from Jason. Not that I would ever plagiarize anybody, like other critics of nostalgia. I would never do it because I can remember these things so you don't have to. The second best part of the movie is the kills because they're shown through the thermal lenses. I honestly don't know whether I'm supposed to think Predator or Modern Warfare. But I'm gonna go Predator. Since there's only one killer and it happens in the forest. The third act of the movie is your typical feminine hero beats the bad guy situation. Done badly. She gets help from her would-be captors who tell her to get the pieces to build the weapon of defense.
You'll need them to construct a weapon of defense.
There's even a bit where they tell her to stand in front of the mirror to disguise herself.
Anna, stay in front of the mirrors.
I can stand in front of them!
This thermal imaging camera will confuse you with us.
Hello, I can see your feet, dumbass! And of course, again, there's no payoff with the weapon. The damn thing doesn't work. It's kind of like the producers wanted the killer to die from the weapon of defense, grenade launcher, but decided it was too hard and too expensive to do, so they just impaled him instead. As if this climax wasn't bad enough, they then tack on an ending that makes no sense whatsoever. Again, it's like the director filmed 2 or 3 endings and all of them sucked, so they just threw them all together. Let's play it in its entirety and telegraph exactly what we're seeing. 1. The girl gets told you are free to go but say nothing.
If you utter a single word about any of this, we know how to find you.
Yeah, she didn't even hear the witness protection program? Then she sees a waiting car, as she is instructed.
Congratulations. There's a car waiting for you outside.
And then she suddenly is seen running along train tracks away from something. And then the end credits roll. Makes you wonder if they were like, hey, there's train tracks here, let's put them into the movie, even though it makes no sense at all. So how can we summarize this rubbish? It was difficult to write this review. The movie stinks. I give it a 0 out of 10. Any other movie with paintball in it is better than this movie. Even Blackballed, which is a documentary. This movie has no likable characters, no good lines of dialogue, overacting, underacting, weapons that don't work, knife fights that suck, bad attitudes, and an ending that makes no sense, and even urination. Don't watch this movie. This has been the Paintball Critic. I remember it so you don't have to.